Hello and welcome to the channel. This is going to be an introduction video. I sort of did one before but I wasn't really happy with it. Right, here we go. I was going to start this channel. It was going to be about different crafts. But then I realised I don't really do any other craft. I sewed for a long time. And for one reason or another, I stopped sewing. I didn't really do any for a long time, and every time I tried to get back into it, I'd think, right, I've got my Sojo back again, and I hadn't. And then I'd think, well, I'll try different crafts. So I meddled with earring making, with polymer clay, with air dry clay. I bought a bunch of stuff for that I never used. I bought a load of jewellery, which the intention was to start buying and selling jewellery. Well, I bought it, I just didn't sell it, and now I have a load, which you can see in that corner. That is just absolutely full of jewellery in different boxes and bags and everything that at some point I really need to go through, list on eBay, but you know, that's another story. So that was the intention. I thought, well, I'll do some jewellery sorting videos because I love them. I could sit and watch them all day. In fact, sometimes I do. But I sort of thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some jewellery unbagging videos, which I never did. So now I've just got the jewellery and I haven't got any videos to show for it. And the intention was to possibly put them on the channel, but now I can't decide whether I will or not. I don't know if I'll even film the unbaggings or not. I haven't really decided, but I also I like doing red work embroidery. It's one colour, it's all red, as the name, you know, implies. And it's basically one stitch. It's a straight stitch, it's easy to do, it's something I can just sort of sit and do at my own leisure, and I love it. But even that, I didn't fall out of love with it, I just stopped doing it for some bizarre reason. I've got a lot of other different embroidery, you know, coloured embroidery threads, which I have done a couple of projects, but I mainly do the red work. And I've found that it doesn't matter what I do, what I think, you know, I'll do to replace sewing. I always come back to sewing, always. I love to make quilts. I love to make like cushion covers and things like that. And I've got a quilt. I wouldn't say it's started. It's basically the remnants from another quilt that I made that I overshot on. I made too many blocks for it. It was a baby quilt. I've got enough stuff to make another one, probably the same. So I'm going to make that. It is for a baby boy. We don't have a baby boy in the family. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to do it. So I will be doing that at some point. I probably will be documenting that. I do like to sew clothes occasionally. I mean, but I really want to do more of that. I've just bought some vintage patterns, which hopefully will be here in the next day or two. I bought a load of vintage fabric that you can see on a previous video. So yeah, I shall probably be making something, and I will probably, once I get the patterns and once I decide what I'm going to be making, I will probably do the make 9 for the year video. And you know, once I've decided myself what I'm going to make, I'll probably make that video and post that as well. Hopefully people will be interested. One of the reasons I wanted to start a YouTube channel is because I struggle to find people that I really enjoy and that I can relate to. Everyone seems to have these big setups and it's all, you know, everything's so like edited amazingly, and I love it, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but that's not going to be what I do. So I also like to look for people who are going to be probably more like my channel's going to be. So, and I thought, well, if I like channels like that, where it's the bare bones of it, then other people might, you know, so hopefully I will get some people watching. I don't have a huge fabric stash. I have quite a lot, but about 3 years ago, when I really sort of stopped sewing, I put a lot of it down to being overwhelmed. I had way too much fabric, and I mean way too much, and it got to a point where I didn't know where to start. I couldn't see anything to use, even though I'd got bags and bags of it. So what I did was I filled 3 bin bags full, 3 black bags, and I gave them to the local Women's Institute. I donated them to there because I figured, you know, even if they can't use it themselves, they could sell it probably. I also gave them a big box full of sewing patterns, mainly patterns that had come free with magazines, you know, as you do. And there were patterns that I was never going to use, so I couldn't see the point in keeping them, so they all went. And so I did keep quite a lot of fabric, but not, you know, not nearly as much as a lot of people do. And one of the reasons why I don't have a huge stash or want a huge stash is I feel as though there's this expectation almost. If you're a sewist, if you're a quilter, everyone jokes about this, you know, having a huge stash of fabric. Everyone jokes about buying fabric all the time that they're not going to use, or, you know, they don't even need. You know, they see it, especially if they're out and you touch it and it's like, oh, that feels nice. And I feel as though there is an expectation to do that, to go down that road where you've just got this huge stash of fabric. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I've got quite a bit, but it isn't overflowing. My intention this year was to not buy any new fabric at all. I mean, I broke that a few days in, but it was vintage fabric and it wasn't new, so, you know, semantics. But yeah, so sorry, I just need a drink of tea. So yeah, that's my intention. As I say, this isn't going to be the poshest channel. I don't have the poshest workspace. I don't have, you know, it's not an organised room. You know, my hair won't always look this scruffy. It'll probably look scruffier. I'm not going to be on here with big productions, you know. It'll probably be boring, I don't know. But yeah, that's me anyway. So like I say, I wanted to make a proper introduction. I don't really like talking to the camera at all, but I figured I really need to. I think, you know, a lot of people want to see the person's face. They want to see what it is that they can, you know, they want to put a face to the name and the voice that they can hear all the time, even if it looks like this. But so yeah, that's me. Like I say, I will probably be, maybe tomorrow, but I very much doubt it. It depends. If these sewing patterns turn up, I might do a video tomorrow with my Make 9, and yeah, see how it goes. So if you've enjoyed this video and I look like somebody that you want to follow, then please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and comment down below. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.